Have you ever felt like you've lost everything? Like the storm has washed away all that you held dear? This is the story of Meera, and a night that changed her town forever. When the storm hit, it was merciless. It took her home, her books, her memories. The streets drowned, the power died, and Meera was left alone in a suffocating darkness. Thus, in the rubble of her life, she found a single small candle. It was her last source of light, her last source of warmth. As she sat there, trembling, the wind howled outside, whispering fears directly into her heart. It told her she was alone, that the darkness was absolute, that there was no way out. But then, she lit that one small candle. And in that moment, something shifted. She realized a profound truth. Though the darkness was vast and overwhelming, it could not swallow even this tiny, fragile flame. It was a revelation. Hope, she understood, works the same way. Even when everything seems lost, one small spark of faith can light up an entire world. It doesn't need to conquer the darkness all at once. It just needs to exist. So all through that long, terrifying night, Meera guarded the candle. She watched its flickering glow dance against the shadows, a tiny warrior in a sea of black goo. With each passing hour, her fear began to fade, replaced by a quiet, steady courage. She saw that the candle wasn't just wax and a wick, it was life. It was strength. It was belief. It was a promise that the darkness was not the end. When dawn finally broke, painting the sky with colors of a new beginning, Meera stepped outside. The sunlight touched her face, and her heart felt like it was burning brighter than any flame. The storm had taken so much, but it had given her something powerful in return, a renewed spirit. She didn't dwell on her own loss. Instead, she began helping others who were still trapped in despair, lost in the shadows of their grief. She shared what little food she had, she shared her warmth, and most importantly, she shared her smile. To each person she met, she would say, "No darkness lasts forever. Every night eventually ends." Her words were simple, but they carried the weight of her experience, the light of her candle. When people looked at her, saw the strength in her eyes, and asked how she survived when so many had given up, her answer was always the same. She'd simply say, "I had a candle and I believed in it." It sounds so simple, doesn't it? But think about what that really means. It wasn't about the physical candle. It was about what it represented. It was about choosing to believe in the possibility of light when all she could see was darkness. It was an act of defiance against despair. Over time, those words became her legacy. They spread through the community, inspiring others to find and protect their own inner flames, no matter how fierce the storm. Hope, once lit, is contagious. It spreads from one soul to another like a wildfire across dry wood, untamable and eternal. It proves that we are connected, and that one person's courage can become a beacon for everyone. Years later, when the town had rebuilt itself, stronger and more united than ever before, they placed a statue in the center of the main square. It wasn't of a hero in a grand pose. It was a simple, elegant statue of a single candle. And on its base, they engraved Meera's words, "Even a single light can defeat the darkest night." Her story lived on, passed down through generations. It became a symbol of resilience, a timeless reminder that our world doesn't end in darkness, begins in light. And that light isn't something we have to find outside of ourselves. It's born within us, in our will to stand up after we fall, in our capacity to love even after being hurt, and in our determination to keep going, even when everything around us falls apart. Sometimes, the smallest flame carries the greatest power. The power to change a life. The power to rebuild a community.